City Controller Brad Lander is sharing what led to his arrest by ICE agents today in immigration court. Just hours later, he was released as supporters greeted him outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan.
You heard that correctly. Charges have been dropped for New York City Comptroller Brad Lander. Now, if you're unaware of what he did, here's a clip.
The warrant, and then I will let go. I'd like to see the warrant, and then I will let go.
Now, Brad Lander was charged with assault, but then the charges were dropped. However, there is still an investigation. And the bad news for Brad Lander is that we have a new camera angle which shows him holding on to the illegal immigrant before he's about to be detained. Now, we're gonna work together and dig into the new information and new camera angles and see what we can find. Before we start, make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, but it also helps others see the videos as well. It's a massive help. Let's dig into it.
Guys, back up, guys. Back up. I understand. You're pregnant, but I need you to back up. If you're interfering with this arrest, we have to arrest. Back up, guys. Keep going.
Okay, so in this new angle, we can see a couple of things. #1, Brad Lander has made eye contact with the ICE agents, but below down here, you can see him start to wrap his arm around the illegal immigrant and brace him into his body. And in this new angle, we can see Mr. Lander not letting go as the ICE agent is trying to break them up. Let's continue.
Back up, guys. Back up. I understand. You're pregnant, but I need you to back up. If you're interfering with this arrest, we have to arrest. Back up, guys. Keep going. Back up, guys.
This is not legal to take someone without a judicial warrant.
Please don't put him in the elevator and then claim you have the warrant.
You don't have a warrant for him.
Now, many people are overlooking this, the possibility of getting in trouble for emboldening. You are an elected official, you're not letting go of the illegal immigrant. If the elected official is standing firm, we're all going to stand firm around him.
No. Let go. Do not touch me. Do not touch it. Away from me. Touch me.
Now, that city councilor, Atel Hajehai, and you can almost see the same thing happening where she's wrapping her body around the illegal immigrant, but in her report or complaint, the police were saying she was emboldening others around her, and others, protesters, were getting mad at the police like we see in the hallway. I'm just trying to give you guys a comparison that emboldening others can get you in trouble. And if you haven't already, make sure to please subscribe to my channel. This is what we do here. We dig through the facts, compare everything, and hold our elected officials accountable. Let's continue.
You have the warrant.
You don't have a warrant for him.
I will let go when you show me the judicial warrant. Where is it?
So show it. Let us see it. So let us see it before you take his warrant.
Excuse me, please stay back. Take it back. Step back. Please, step back. Step back, guys. Step back.
Now, this is a crucial detail. If Mr. Lander is going to get charged with anything, it's this right here. Obstruction and impediment. Mainly because Mr. Lander said, "I will not let go until you show me the warrant." He's setting the stage of, look, I'm going to keep holding on. I'm going to keep getting in the way. You have to show me the warrant. That's when the agents decided to engage, rip him off of the illegal immigrant, and then arrest him. And again, we have another case we can compare where Homeland Security pursued charges. Now, you all have seen this footage. This is Delaney Hall, Newark, New Jersey. But the reason why the pushing and shoving started is because the mayor, this guy with the hat right here, he was surrounded by the members of government. And Homeland Security was trying to get to him to arrest him, and the members of government, admittedly, were pushing and shoving back away, and that's when you had the whole pushing and shoving match. But the point is, if you impede or obstruct Homeland Security, they will come after you.
Do you want to know what I really think? Please. It's bullshit. How dare they take an elected official who's been going down there for weeks to escort people who are afraid to walk into a courthouse in the United States of America. Because despite them having legal status and following the rules and making their appointments, that they don't know what's going to happen to them. So Brad Lander has stepped up to be a guiding help for them. And this is what happens to him.
Okay, so the governor is obviously super fired up, but she said something that I think a lot of people missed. Mr. Lander has been doing this for a while now. As far as escorting illegal immigrants and walking with them, I'll show you that later in the video. However, Tom Homan has talked about people who do this.
I said from day one, you don't have to support ICE's operations. You can support sanctuary cities if that's what you desire to do. Sanctuary cities can stand aside and watch ICE keep their community safe, because any public official, whether you're mayor, city councilman, or governor, their number one responsibility is protection of communities. And ICE has been clear, we're targeting public safety threats and national security threats. I can't believe there's any elected official, and especially a judge, that doesn't believe we should be doing that, and they should be helping us. But I said from day one, you can sit aside and watch, you can argue against us all you want and protest all you want, but when you cross that line, I've said this 1,000 times, when you cross that line to impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien from ICE, you will be prosecuted.
Now, I want to be very clear. I am not accusing Mr. Lander of harboring illegal immigrants. What I'm trying to say is the Trump administration, they are not fans of elected officials having these relationships with illegal immigrants really in any way, because if you know somebody's an illegal immigrant and you're getting in the way of ICE and you're obstructing, I'm just trying to provide a case that the Trump administration is probably going to come after you. And I also want to point out on X, Homeland Security says no one is above the law. And if you lay a hand on law enforcement officers, you will face consequences. New York City Comptroller Brad Lander was arrested for assaulting law enforcement and impeding a federal officer. And again, the assault charges were dropped, but there's still an investigation here.
In the room where I was detained, there are posters on the wall, you know, like you have in the store where it says, make sure you're being paid $7.25 an hour. And on the wall of the poster, it says in English, are you detained and separated from your children? And it says in Spanish, está usted detenido y separado de sus hijos. We are fighting for, and I was proud to be out here with Immigrant ARC. I will keep coming back.
Okay, so Brad Lander, of course, held a press conference after the charges were dropped. He was met with quite the fanfare. A lot of people showed up in support for Brad Lander. The governor of New York, she's proud of him. And he said he will be coming back, by the way. Like, this is not over. And New York also has a very big announcement from the press conference.
That are walking out of this courthouse, taken away from their families. They don't have the attention. They don't have the lawyers. And that's why the state of New York is providing $50 million to cover legal services for people who are finding themselves in this situation.
So there you go. That's the big announcement from New York. I'm just trying to show you guys the totality of the story and the continuation of what happened to Brad Lander after he was arrested and let go. Now, he also appeared on national television to tell his story.
I mean, they've changed the rules until about 3 weeks ago. If you did what you were supposed to do, you would eventually get your credible fear hearing. And when the rules are changed, and even people who do what they're supposed to can't count on not being scooped up and deported, that's bad for everyone when people don't think the rules matter. And that really is what authoritarianism is, when the rules can be changed at any minute and you can't count, even if you do what you're supposed to, file your asylum application, come to court on your court date. Of course, people won't start doing that. So
now make sure to leave your comments down below how you feel about this. This is one of the biggest arguments as far as putting ICE agents in the courtrooms, the morality behind it. Should they be waiting in the courtroom hallway when illegal immigrants are about to get into court and try to do the right thing? Obviously, on the flip side, it's, well, you are an illegal immigrant, you had all this time to be here, and you didn't come through the asylum process. So regardless, you're probably going to be deported. Now, Mr. Lander is right. We often are seeing these posture changes as far as how aggressive ICE is going to be and where they're going to operate. We obviously know the quota used to be 1,000 deportations a day. The Trump administration was struggling. Tom Homan was saying, look, we can't get this done. Now it's been bumped up to about 3,000 a day, because sanctuary cities are now going to be infiltrated by ICE agents as far as flooding the zone and sending more agents in the area. Tom Homan likes to say flooding the zone. The reason why this is relevant is with this new posture change, especially in New York City, we are probably going to see more instances of ICE not, letting people walk by them if they know they're an illegal immigrant or giving them a chance. If you're an illegal immigrant, you're probably going to get detained, arrested, and deported, which is why it looks like Mr. Lander is confused this is happening all of a sudden, because we have clips of him, he's even admitting it, walking in the hallways with these people.
Where do you want to go?
Mr. Lander is not denying that he does this. Again, I'm just trying to show you guys, according to Mr. Lander, and I don't have a way to prove this, I'm just going based off of what he's saying and the new posture changes of Homeland Security. He's now saying all of a sudden the rules have changed, where in the hallway, a public space, you are more likely to be detained. Now, doing some quick research, I was able to find out who were the other people in that hallway.
Lander was volunteering with an immigration organization and was trying to accompany Edgardo out after his immigration case was dismissed, which makes him vulnerable to expedited deportation.
He did not engage in any assault. He did not engage in any obstruction of governmental administration, and he did not engage in disorderly conduct.
Again, we can make another comparison. The mayor of Nashville right now has been subpoenaed because of his relationship with something called the Belonging Fund. This fund provides emergency support for immigrants in Nashville, but now we're finding out when you do an audit of this fund, there's no way to know where the money is actually going and whether or not taxpayer money is being funneled into this. But the point is, even a mayor in Nashville is being investigated as far as his relationship with organizations and illegal immigrants. This is something else he could get in trouble for if he gets subpoenaed and that group gets subpoenaed, and they can look into the communications of them saying, hey, we know there's officers coming, let's block them off. I'm just trying to give you guys the full picture here. The Trump administration, they're not messing around, people.
What's the message that's sent when people see politicians like yourself being arrested?
Yeah, I mean, Pam Bondi has made it very clear what they're doing. They're going after the leaders of democratic cities with a political intention of provoking conflict.
The Southern District of New York is investigating. Immigration attorneys say ICE agents do not need a warrant to arrest a non-citizen at immigration court. We asked ICE multiple times for more details about why Lander was arrested, but they have not answered our questions.
Now, it looks like Mr. Lander is well aware that Pam Bondi is not a fan of anything that remotely looks like either assault or obstruction on any federal entities, whether that's Homeland Security or FBI, in this case, Homeland Security. Now, something else I want to point out is that Homeland Security has been very quiet recently, and if you've been following cases the way I have been, we're following a lot of them, so make sure to please subscribe. When Homeland Security is oddly quiet, I'm just giving my opinion here, I think they're looking into it. So I'm just going to point that out.
When you woke up today, were you trying to get arrested?
I mean, I had hoped what would happen was what happened last week and the week before, that I could walk peacefully out of the building with these families so they could reunite with their kids and continue to make their application for asylum. That is all I wanted.
So how are you feeling?
I mean, I feel angry. I feel sad. I wanted to see Edgardo be able to get out of the building. I'm going to be fine. I lost a button on my jacket, but I've got a good lawyer. I'll sleep in my bed tonight. He's in ICE detention. He has no lawyer. He's been stripped of status and due process.
So even on MSNBC, and this was after the charges were dropped, it looks like Mr. Lander is well aware that something could be happening as far as more charges brewing. I mean, he's probably been around long enough to know that this current administration, they are not opposed to going after an elected official, especially if we have pretty clear camera evidence of him, really getting in the way. You guys can leave your comments down below how you feel about him obstructing or getting in the way. Do you think he did it? Do you think he did not do it? Only time will tell. I personally think, because I've been covering this a lot, I do think the Trump administration will go after him. I think Homeland Security is brewing something up. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. God bless, and we'll see you all later.